going on, man? Another episode of Bringing the Business, man. I got the homie B Money, man, Brian in the house, man. We always laugh and joke. He Brian with spelled the wrong way, man. B R Y. What's up, B?
What's going on with you, B-Man?
Man, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Hey, before we get into the episode, you know what I'm saying? Since I know that you actually have you know what I'm saying, you got a brand and you know what I'm saying, you got business that you handle or whatever. So before we get into the episode, you know, let my people know what you got going on, where they can find your product or where can they get in touch with you for your services or whatever like that. So
Yes, sir. My name is Brian Cheatham. I'm a licensed real estate agent serving the Chicagoland area and surrounding suburbs. Um, a property investor. Um, I can be found 708-400-6338. Give me a call if you're interested in buying or selling a piece of property in the state, preferably around the Chicagoland area. If you try to move out of state, I could also help you out of state. I could refer. I'm with Keller Williams, which is the largest realty in the nation. So I could refer you to anybody in the nation as far as anything real estate. So reach out to me, anything real estate. If I can't help you, I know the people who can.
okay, for sure. Hey, so I know that you, just like me, are a big hip hop fan, right? And in particular, the eras that we grew up in. You know what I'm saying? You just like me, not really too much of a fan of the era that the state of hip hop on today, but in the era that we, you know what I'm saying, that we came up in, which is mostly the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. You know what I'm saying?
2000s.
And you somebody who I respect your opinion. And you know, since I met you in late 90s or early 2000 or whatever that was,
2000, January 2000. I probably came down there earlier, so probably December 2000. No, 99. Then I moved
right,
down in
like December
2000.
99, somewhere like that. So during that time, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, those were our college days and stuff like that. We kind of got the same taste when it comes to music. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of listen to a lot of the same things, stuff like that. So I got a question for you, bro. Who is the GOAT of hip hop?
So that question could be chopped up many ways. You got your people that's lyricists, you know what I'm saying? So your lyricists will go one direction. You got your person that just like rap, you know what I'm saying? Lyricists, you know, lyrics is important, but it's not all of rap. You know, you can't be whack in one area and just be an awesome lyricist and overcome that. Me personally, I say Jay. I don't see nobody that did what he did and how he did it.
And you know what? I was thinking about this, right? So, okay, I was thinking about Jay, right? I was thinking about well, first of all, my answer to that question. I think when it comes down to
who's yours though? Give me yours real quick.
I forget it to you. I forget it to you.
Okay.
When it comes down to sports, like when it comes down to basketball, to me, there's one GOAT, Michael Jordan. When it comes down to football, you know what I'm saying? To me personally, I'm gonna tell you it's Jerry Rice. When it comes down to, you know what I'm saying, different areas of life, period, it's kind of easy for me to pick out one. I think that in hip hop, you know, sometimes in sport they give a co-MVP, meaning, you know what I'm saying, obviously give it to two people.
Mm-hmm.
I think in hip hop, it's a co-MVP, it's a co-GOAT. And I think it's Jayz and Tupac. I think those are two GOATs. And I'm gonna tell you why I had to go that route, because I can't choose. I can't choose between the two, right? Now, in my opinion, just like you just said, we've never seen a career like Jay. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've never seen anybody do what Jay's done as far as in the rap game and kind of check every box and everything like that, right? And on the flip side, that Pac was a motherfucker, man. Like from him being that young and put, you know what I'm saying, and dying young like that, and starting when he did and dying young. Do you see the material that this man got out, bro?
Just the material, just the subject content of a 22 and a 20, like I said,
23. Yeah.
just the content. Because a lot of people, man, they was their age, man, they was on dummy. You know what I'm saying? But you had to look at his upbringing. His mom was a Black Panther, so he had, you know what I'm saying. But we had to learn so many other ways. He learned early, you know what I'm saying, because that life hit him. You know what I'm saying? His mom got locked up in his age. You know what I'm saying? That whole content of her life, he was already used to. You know what I'm saying? Pressure. He was used to different things that you know. That's a different upbringing. So it's like he had something that a lot of people don't have. He had a schooling that most Black folks never see.
And you could tell, and he didn't waste it. You know
He
what I'm
didn't
saying?
waste it.
In that short period of time, he didn't waste it, bro.
He
You know
didn't
what I'm
waste
saying?
it. No, no.
And if you look at it, right, and he went through different, like his music was different in different phases of his life. You know what I'm
And it
saying?
was quick. And it was when you look at how young, how quick he switched. It was funny.
Man, you almost forget about the Thug Life album. You know what I'm saying? That's damn near lost. Then you know what I'm saying? Of course, the Tupacalypse Now and Strictly for My Niggas and all that. And then to kind of, like I say, then he went to Thug Life after them two, right? Is that when Thug Life came along?
Thug,
And
Thug Life, Thug Life, Thug Life, and Me Against the World probably came out at the same time, around that time, both of them right before he got locked up.
then if you listen to both of them out, they sound different.
They totally different. Shit, if you look at All Eyes on Me and Machiavelli, those are two different albums by two different niggas. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And that's how quick he switched. And I give you another one. He made it hit. He made Hit 'Em Up. You know what I'm saying? Over some time, which is probably one of the hardest fucking diss raps to ever hit rap. And by December, he was making up with Nas. He was making up with a lot of them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? He probably didn't make up with Biggie, but there's talks and peace with him doing a One World album trying to unite everybody. So it's like if you look, and that's just within the span of 6 months after coming at that whole West Coast that hard, trying to heal it that quick. So dude was changed. Dude was evolving quick. If you listen to Nas, he was at peace with Nas. He dissed Nas, but he called it with Nas. He was at peace with Nas. He was at peace with a lot of people. I think he was just really a bad boy now.
And then, bro, like, you know, obviously when he died, a lot of material that was unreleased got to coming out, right? So even them albums that dropped after he died, even though they were pieced together and you know they were verses that he had or whatever, some of that shit cold, bro.
I'm gonna tell you why you say why you can't knock Pac out the box. Both Jay out of the rap field period, both Jay and Tupac spoke their life in existence. They literally, you know what I'm saying? They Pac always telling him to be a legend. He spoke everything he is now. He spoke that. Everything Jaden is now, he spoke that. No, and out of rap, those are the two main, maybe 50. You know what I'm saying? Get Rich or Die Trying. He spoke that. He said, "I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna die trying to do it." You know what I'm saying? They literally spoke their existence into way before it happened.
I remember, and like, you know what I'm saying? So I was listening to some Pac shit today, and I'm just like, goodness gracious, this man is something else, man. From every avenue that he could touch. From just 1 minute I'm blasting at these fools, next minute I'm pouring out some liquor, next minute I'm on a righteous tip and I'm telling them this, that, and the other. Next Brenda
Your
got a
pain
baby.
runs, your pain runs deep.
Man,
Share it
come
with
on,
me.
man. Come on, man. That man was rough, boy. White
And he
man's
was
world.
19.
I know, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know that. So that's why I say like it's hard to knock Pac out the box, bro. And then we got a cat named Big, right? Big didn't have enough material, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the material that he had, he was so cold that the material that he had, even if we say it ain't enough, was so cold that it keeps him in the conversation.
It's the greatest because you see his growth from that too. You look at Ray Die. Ray Die was, to me, you know what I'm saying, was a mediocre album.
Yeah,
You know
me
what I'm
too.
saying? He came out Life After Death, you know what I'm saying? But he was stepping up like One More Chance, and he made Ray Die. You know what I'm saying? He had a One More Chance on it. That One More Chance, Biggie, you know what I'm saying? Then he came
Yeah.
out that remix. That remix was so cold, and it's like after that run of time, after that total, can't you see? Stepped his game up. And that next album, he was a different nigga. New,
And
a new,
so,
a new improved nigga. That album's a motherfucker, bro.
and I, you know what? And I go back and forth with them albums because in one breath I want to say All Eyes on Me was the greatest hip hop album ever, right? Because my opinion is it's not missing nothing. It got gangster shit. It got shit for the ladies. It got some dance songs. It got some, you know what I'm saying, some, songs that'll touch your soul. Stuff like that, right? And I'll be like, man, that's the cold. But then Life After Death ain't missing nothing, bro.
Ain't missing nothing.
That album ain't
Big,
missing nothing, bro.
it ain't missing nothing. Big got them stories. Big got stories out this world. Today's agenda. Drop the suitcase. It's like Big got stories, bro. He got
That
stories,
album,
and the
that album.
stories is
So I
nice.
go back and forth. That album ain't missing shit, man.
And it's hard to choose because you know what I'm saying. They both equally great by two. Like and Big was a beast too. Big was young like that, man.
Yeah.
Big. I think Pop was older than Big, right?
And big shit, man. Like I always go back and listen to these albums, Pac, Big, all that shit. Always 30 years later, I find something I missed. Like damn, that nigga said, "Oh man, did you say that?" He said that, man. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Big was cold, bro.
Big was nice.
Big
Big
was
was nice.
cold.
And you know what, man? It's like they were destined to be. Like I said, they were the two greatest of their times, like the two Titanics. It's like David and Goliath. They the two titans of their time. Both of them was nice.
And
And
see,
I don't think nobody could touch neither one of them on their sides.
my only issue, like I say, with Big, bro, he didn't do it long enough. And I tell people something, right? And people say I'm crazy and they say I'm nuts. But you don't know if Big would have fell off. I see it in your face, but look, let me give you an example.
He told you what he's gonna do though. He already
Yeah,
said it.
let me ask you a question. If Rakim would have died in 90, motherfuckers would swear up and down he was the GOAT right now. Nobody knew Rakim was gonna fall off after them two cold ass albums. Right?
Yeah.
Nobody knew. You couldn't have told nobody back then. If Rakim would have died, motherfuckers right now still be like, man, you crazy. Rakim was the cold, especially people older than us, a tad bit older than us. You know what I'm saying? When he was really doing his thing. A lot of people will tell you he's the GOAT right now, but nobody would have known that Rakim was gonna fall off, bro. So you just don't know. I know it's hard and it sounds crazy.
I agree with you.
That Big could have fell off, but you just don't know.
That's true. But here's what I would say. Big told you what he's gonna do out there. He said it before. He said, "Man, I don't want to be that rapper at a certain age." He said, "Man, I'm saying I'm gonna get my fame. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sit back and chill out. You know what I'm saying?" I think Big would have called it quits. Big would have played it by ear, just like Jayz doing. Jayz playing shit by ear. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, sure. Do I feel? You know what I'm saying? Because he'd fall off on one album, you know what I'm saying? He come back out, you know what I'm saying? Because he know he had to come back with American Gangster, you know what I'm saying? Because if not, they chalked the man up. Big would have played out by ear, you know what I'm saying? Big would have been like the same way. Jay is actually he picked up a lot from Big. You could hear it.
Yeah,
he picked up a lot from Big, and especially that rhyming in your head type shit.
Now, obviously we got to go there. Jayz told us years ago, get your CDs out. Let's go song for song. I'm the illest nigga doing it till you prove me wrong. And that was fairly early. It wasn't early, but it was fairly early. You know what I'm saying? But I always say, ever since I heard that line, and I thought about it, I said, damn, He
It's been
right.
a
I
long
say,
game.
but only motherfucker that could go song for him is Pac.
Mm-hmm.
Pac the only
But
one that
Jay,
go song for song with him.
but nah, what Jay did, Jay on the second album, Jay said, "Will I ever fall off?
No.
No." You know what I'm saying? So if you listen to Jay already knew. It's like he already knew he wasn't gonna fall off. He already like a lot of this shit he called it from the get go. And so that a lot of it's like what Pac did. Pac said, I'm gonna be a legend." Pac said, "I'm gonna die early and I'm gonna be a legend." He said he screamed that. He screamed that shit. "I'm gonna die early and I'm gonna be a legend." You know what I'm saying? Jay did the same thing. Jay said from the beginning, "I ain't gonna never fall off." You know what I'm saying? And he said, you know what I'm saying, "I'm gonna be rich as fuck."
So
That's
that's why I say when it comes to Jay, that's why I say so from a musical standpoint and a legacy music wise, and material, everything like that. That's why I get a nod to Pop. You know what I'm saying? The Pac could touch your soul. You know what I'm saying? Pac was that. From a career standpoint, even though Jay music is awesome as well, but from a career standpoint and running the game and being a man in the game and all that, I got to get that nod to Jay. So that's why I say it's hard for me to pick from them two.
Jay did for Hustler what Tupac did for Thug. Immortalized that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay is you ain't seen many black men do what Jay did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's even take it out of rap. Let's take it out of rap. You haven't seen many black men go from the projects to a billionaire. Name one.
Yeah.
And dance the whole time you know what I'm saying, and act the fool the whole time he did it. You ain't never seen that. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like you could take Jay out of rap. You know what I'm saying? History is gonna take Jay out of rap. You know what I'm saying? They just gonna say his beginnings was rap. Jay is actually the ultimate American businessman.
But usually when you see somebody do something like that, they were not goat type in what they did to make them famous. You know what I'm saying? Like for
Bro,
okay,
explain that again.
okay, just say like a Diddy, right?
Okay.
Diddy became a billionaire and everything like that, but Diddy wasn't considered no goat, nowhere near goat in rap, and not even on the producer side, he wasn't a goat or anything like that. So Jay, like look at Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is considered the goat. He was a goat. He was a goat figure in pop music or R&B or whatever you want to call it. But he wasn't the model person you model your business afterward. Jay was able to be goatish on the music tip and somebody you model your bit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He was able to be goatish in both categories, and if that makes sense. Like you just said, it ain't many black men who have done what Jay has done on the business side and on the financial side. So he was able to do both. He was able to be goatish in rap as well as be goatish on the business side, and that's unheard of.
Yeah. Yeah. Jay-Z did for rap. He did for the hustler. You know what I'm saying? Because he's literally the ultimate hustler. He did for hustler what Tupac did for Thug. You know what I'm saying? For the street nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like Tupac is the ultimate thug. You know, he's the ultimate street nigga. He immortalized that shit. And so Jay is the ultimate hustler. He's the, you know what I'm saying, for a black man, you know what I'm saying? This is why he's alive. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna be looked at as he's gonna go throughout history as like just a motherfucker who came from the projects and became a billionaire. And the motherfucker said he's gonna be top 5 in the Forbes, and I believe him. I don't know how he's gonna
Hey,
do it, but
spit that line because you often bring that line up, and I remember you we
he
were
said
just talking
top
about that the
5.
other day.
He said top 5 in Forbes. You'll see while y'all scan the source. I read the Rob report.
Yeah. And that was early. When he say that?
He said that. He said that in what's name? He said that in Streets is Watching soundtrack,
Right.
and that's before the Streets is Watching is is right under. No, Streets is Watching the same time with Volume 2, right before Volume 2.
Right before. And the Streets is Watching what made me a Jay fan like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, back in those days I was South and West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Snoop, Nim, Scarface, and all that. And of course, Big and a few other East Coast people, but that was pretty much it. And when I went away to college, and back in them days, if you had a VHS of Players Club or Minister Society or Boys in the Hood, we remember we used to watch that shit every day. Cause we ain't had no cable and all that shit for the most part, starting off. So we used to watch them. Yeah, we used to watch them VHSs or even when he got it on DVD. But we used to watch that shit every day. So Streets is Watching was one of the things I used to watch every day. You know what I'm saying? I forget who introduced it to me, and when they introduced it to me,
probably Terrence. That's how
probably
I found out about it.
Probably so. And but I ended up watching that shit every day. So that's what made me a Jay fan, and I had to go back on Reasonable Doubt and Volume 1. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, it came right before Hard Knock Life came out, so I was able to be right in tune with Hard Knock Life, but I had to go back on the other albums. But yeah, Streets is Watching is what turned me into an ultimate Jay fan.
I remember that around that time. That's what I was listening to. What's the name real here? That way, that stylist, that style that way, hurry up this way again.
Yeah.
And as a kid, I only listened. I didn't know the words, man. I just realized that's a song about cheating. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that as a kid. I didn't.
Oh, that's all. Yeah, I just finished. I heard it the other day. Was just telling somebody. Yeah, so basically the chick is married, and he like, man, I don't know when I'm gonna see you again. I can't make no plans and all that type of stuff. Same thing with
see whenever I can.
Yeah, same thing with Whitney Houston, Saving All My Love for You.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She's same thing. She, Buddy married, and she's sitting back. You know what I'm saying? Waiting on him to. You know what I'm saying?
No other man would do.
Yeah.
So Saving All My Love for You. Yeah, a lot of those songs can function. If by chance let me come over.
She said somebody else already there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody else already there. But I don't know. So that's what I think on the hip hop side, man. I think them the two goats, and I can't choose.
And I see why you can't choose. Only reason I look at this, B. The only reason I choose, man, and I choose Jayz because Jay is what saying. I'm not in the streets no more. I can't. A lot of Tupac's content, I can't relate to it no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in the street. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of that life, I don't live anymore. So I can't relate to a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? I listen to it for the love of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up. It's me. It's part of the soundtrack of my life. But like as a businessman, you know what I'm saying? I aspire to be like. You know what I'm saying? I listen to every day. I'm hustling. Sometimes I listen every day. It's like okay, that's my motivation to get my ass up. But that's make these phone calls. That's my motivation to do this. I think about Jay version in the heartbeat and motivates me to do better. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, speaking of that, man, you had a conversation the other day, and I thought about this person because a lot of people say that this person is one of the ones who stole Pac's style, and if Pac was still here, this person wouldn't be nothing or wouldn't have been as big. So I don't. Yeah, Master P. That's what a lot of people say about P. I'm kind of not one of them people because I think P was that much of a hustler. Well, P was gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think P was gonna get it. So, but I understand the correlation of people, because P was fascinated with the thug. You know what I'm saying? Just the thug shit that Pac brought. So, what do you think about that? Do you think P would have been P?
P would have been P, but he wouldn't be the P that he is. He wouldn't be that P because a lot of his music, man, he thought he was Pac. You know what I'm saying? He walked around cemeteries with do-rags. Is that heaven for a thug, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, a lot of his music sound like it was Pac. And it sounded like he was, you know what I'm saying? A lot of it sounded like. So he was heavily influenced by him. I don't think he would have came. I think he probably would have came different. He actually came that niche. He came at the right time. You know what I'm saying? When them brothers was dying, so everybody was looking for the next. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? And so he played a role. He played a role, and that was his interest. You know what I'm saying? Who was next?
So what about the people that say Jay wouldn't have been what he was if Pac didn't die? A lot of people say that Pac would have smothered Jay.
I don't. That's hard for me because he didn't smother Big on 100%. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he smothered Big. Period.
He didn't smother Big, so you take what Jay said. You would have got the commission. You know what I'm saying? You would have got me and Big fighting against Tupac. So it would have been a bigger beef because Jay and Big was linked together. So when you think of Jay, you almost got to think of Big. You know what I'm saying? Or think of that connection. You know what I'm saying? And as business minded as Jay was, you know what I'm saying? Jay is, you know what I'm saying? Nah, Jay would have been there. Jay was Jay was a mogul already. He was his own manager. You know what I'm saying? So he would have been in business somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Jay too. You know, I don't think he would have smothered him like that.
But what about the Pac fans that would have rolled with Pac and not gave Jay the ear like they should have? And like I say, being honest, I was like that early. You know what I'm saying? Pac said, "Fuck them niggas, man." It was like that. You know what I'm saying? I kind of sided with Pac early on.
I did.
You know what I'm saying?
I did too.
You know, and then like I say, I had to go back on Jay music and realize what I missed out on.
Yeah.
Like this shit.
And you about right, B. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of them things that if it didn't happen, it did happen. So you could never imagine what it would have been like if it didn't happen. Like you said about Pac. Pac probably would have died out, or you know what I'm saying? He would have fell off. You know what I'm saying? Or Big would have fell off. But it didn't happen, so I can't imagine
it. And see, that's the thing. That's the thing with Jay. We've never say what you want about him. We've never seen a career like that. You know what I'm saying? Even the guys that have had longevity in the game or call themselves still being in the game, they still didn't have it to the point of Jay did. You know, if like Q, you know what I'm saying? A Q can last 30 years. Snoop did as a character, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like Snoop Dogg lasted, but not his music. Who else? Nas. You know what I'm saying? Nas lasted, but not at the height of a Jay-Z.
So another thing Jay-Z said is, what happens when you find a motherfucker get hotter than me? He said it's gonna be some kid that's smarter, that's fat, that's better than me. He said, I'm gonna sign him. Mm-hmm. He said that shit. And he's been doing it ever since. So he rolled Kanye. What? Listen to what the motherfucker said. He said, man, if some motherfucker come along that's hotter than me, I'm gonna sign him. He signed Kanye. You know what I'm saying? And rolled Kanye. He signed Rihanna, rolled Rihanna. He signed Memphis Bleak never really took off like that. Rihanna, Rick Ross took off, you know what I'm saying, like that. You know, he signed everybody that was hot underneath, you know what I'm saying, and rolled them and stayed on top.
And not just that. You know, a lot of people get mad at him for, I guess, like his business tactics. But I guess when you look back, it's kind of smart. And what I mean by that is, when what's my man name? He came into the rap game. I mean, came to the drug game. Who was that? Behaving or somebody? Behaving, or whoever took him out to Maryland or whatever like that. But they say he learned everything he could learn from him, and then he branched off from him. He did the same thing coming into the rap game on Jazzo. Like he said, I came into this game on
Jazz back.
I jumped off, stood on my own too.
Like boom, I'm here now. It's time to show and prove.
You know what I'm saying? So he did the same thing with Jazzo. He rode him until he learned what he needed to learn, or until he needed then he went on his way. He did it with Dame. You know what I'm saying? He him and Dame came in together. He learned what he needed to learn, or went so far with Dame or whatever like that. got up out of there. Like you just mentioned Ye. He rolled Ye to, and the thing is, a lot of these people say he left me, but none of them really said he played him out their bread or nothing like that, right? Or correct me if I'm wrong.
Never really heard that. Never really heard that.
So is that
Only person I will say that they complained about him was DMX complaining about him. I heard LL Cool J complain about him. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, I haven't heard nobody say they played him out his bread.
yeah. And I think that DMX wrote that later on, right? When he was like at Def Jam or something, right?
That's when he became president.
Yeah.
DMX said, man, he said he's gonna do this. He said we're gonna do this.
Yeah. But again, that's me telling you I'm gonna do something, and I'm not justifying it because a man's word is a man's word or whatever like that. But it's not like, again, I played you out some bread or you know what I'm saying, something like that. Maybe I told her, yeah, I sign you over here, and then when it's time to sign you, I don't sign you. You know what I'm saying? That's different than me fucking you out some money, ain't it?
It's different, but B, I look at it like this, man. So he mentioned that it's like everybody don't grow with you. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm in it's like I'm on and that's what get me funny about like when people bring that up. It's like when you leave the streets alone, you leave the niggas on the streets alone.
That's true. Or else you can't leave the streets, right?
Or else you can't leave the streets. You know what I'm saying? And so people look at it as, you know what I'm saying, I left them alone this, but I no longer do business. You know what I'm saying? If you're my business partner, you know what I'm saying, and I leave the streets alone, or I grow up, you know what I'm saying, because he's outgrown a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like I look at it as the CEO trying to hang out with his workers.
Yeah. So you look at it like you say the CEO trying to hang out with his workers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look at it as a CEO trying to, and that's what he was. He's a CEO. You know what I'm saying? That's why I look. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it kind of different. You know what I'm saying? I look at it as the CEO trying to hang out with workers, so you understand when it's like that. You know what I'm saying? But you can't understand it when it's like that. You know what I'm saying? And and like I said, don't get me wrong. It looks fucked up, but it's everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody grow different.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Somebody sent me something today where remember Beans was saying that Jay wouldn't vouch for him in court. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think the judge asked him would he be responsible for him, and he said, "No, I can't." Yeah, but it's like what can you in that case? What can what can you do? You gave the man, saying he wouldn't be in the position where he is now if it wasn't. Kanye took that same position that he got from Jay and became what he became. It's like how you gonna play what was given to you.
What you mean?
It's almost like the talents. It's almost like, God come and give you talents. You know what I'm saying? If you bury them and don't do nothing with them, you know what I'm saying? You fuck, that's on you. But if I give you talents, you know what I'm saying? You multiply that shit, you know what I'm saying? Then you winning. But you know what I'm saying? There was equal opportunity. You know what I'm saying? It's who's more prepared for the opportunity when it's thrown your way.
Yeah. And that was a situation where, and I understand why Beans was hurt because, like you say, man, I was the muscle, I was the one who would protect you and do this, that, and the other. So I understand why he is upset about that or why he was upset. But I
get it.
I then later heard him say in another interview, I understand why Jay did that. He said because I was wilding. He was like, you know what I'm saying? No telling what I was doing or was going to do around that time. So you kind of got to look at it both ways, I guess.
And as you get older, man, you start to see like the conversation me and you was having the other day, you know what I'm saying, about your cousin Steve-O. You know what I'm saying? You said now as you look at it, you know what I'm saying, you look at it as two lives lost. You know what I'm saying? You said as you've grown, the way you look at things evolve.
Yeah, because and what you're talking about is my cousin was killed. He was 24, and the kid, I'm gonna say kid that killed him was
The
like
same man.
16, 17. No, he was 16, 17.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
And it's always been, man, fuck that nigga and all, you know what I'm saying, and this, that, and the other. But then as you get older and you grow spiritually and you just grow as a black man, looking at society and everything like that. They sent that
And,
little
and you got and you got a son. So and also
right,
too, you got a son.
right, and they sent that boy off for real, for real. So now, as a black man that care about my society and everything like that, and care about, and I'm a teacher, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing young black men who on the path to destruction or whatever like that that you're trying to, help get off that path. Now you realize it was 2 lives lost, 2 young black
Lives
men lives
lost.
lost. Cause Shorty got
Yep.
70 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He
Mm-hmm.
got 70 years. Cuz gone. You know, so
Yep.
so you can say the man or whatever you want to call it. He won twice. You know what I'm saying? Whoever it is that's against the black man, and you know what I'm saying, or whatever, he got one man killed. He got one man in the grave and one in the cage.
What two? Through what I said, through one stone and hit two birds.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So as I get older, I change my thinking when it comes to certain shit like that, bro. So
You can
I
change
mean,
your think about everything.
yeah. So to kind of go back to what you're saying Jay had to change his thinking in order to get where he at, or change his crowd.
Change his crowd. But you are the crowd you hang around, man. It's like and I'm realizing that in life period, man. It's like just getting in real estate. One office is different. If I go to a progressive office, I'm gonna be a progressive person. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be around the people in my office who influence me to do different things. If I go to a lazy office, you know what I'm saying? It's a good chance I'm gonna be lazy. So the people you hang around influences you. And so to move up sometimes you just gotta change your crowd. To move up, sometimes you gotta hang around different people, get different influences.
So when you going back to on the music tip, what was your favorite Tupac album? Put it this way, I've never heard Tupac before. You trying to sell me on Tupac? What album are you sending me to?
You against the world. Because they had a little bit of everything in it. And it was before Death Row with him with all the inflation. Because once he got Death Row, he multiplied it. You know what I'm saying? Thug Life is all street. You know what I'm saying? Anything before Thug Life, you got Strictly for My Niggas. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of the militant street. You know what I'm saying? But like once you got the All Eyes on Me, it's a perfect album to me. Okay,
Okay.
you can ride. You can literally just ride and chill. It's actually chill music.
Okay. Now I'm actually the same album with Jay. I never heard Jay before. And you like, man, it's this nigga named Jay-Z, cold as hell. All right, I want to hear it, but you only get one shot. You only get one shot to convince me that this nigga cold. What
Oh no,
album you sending? What album you
it
sending me to?
probably the first one. Reasonable
Reasonable
doubt.
Doubt.
Reasonable doubt. Reasonable doubt because it's that's hard to choose. Because I do reasonable doubt. It's between reasonable doubt, Black Album, and the first Blueprint.
I might send somebody to the Blueprint.
The first Blueprint.
Yeah. Now my favorite album is Volume One. That's my personal favorite album. That's what I'm saying. But if I'm really trying to convince you to go check out Jay-Z, I think
Volume
I'm
one is imaginary players.
yeah.
Imagine
And wait, corrupt alone where I'm from, Mars' son. You know what I'm
you
saying?
must
You
love
must
me.
love me. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
you get you know what I'm saying? That's Lucky Me is my song on that, bro.
You only got one.
Man, that shit cold to
You
me, bro.
don't understand. Yeah. Yeah.
So if I'm trying to convince somebody to go, man, I think I'm going to the Blueprint. I'm agree with you on Me Against the World, and I think I'm
It's
sending you.
respectable.
I think I'm sending you to the blueprint.
The blueprint. That's respectable. Because if you just listen to Reasonable Doubt, you would think he was common sense, the common sense of the street, you know what I'm saying? But by the time you got to the blueprint, you know what I'm saying, he was street, he was everything. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. And he was still so from both of them. Okay. You hear a lot of people say Pac. I've heard I totally disagree with this, but I've heard people say Pac is not a lyricist. Because and the people that say that, I guess are kind of looking for what you get from a Big or a Nas or you know what I'm saying, somebody like that. I totally disagree that Pac is. When people say Pac is not a lyricist, I think Pac is a dope ass lyricist, bro. Same thing on the flip side with Jay. I've heard people say he can't rap with Nas or he can't rap with Big and stuff like that. I disagree. I think Jay-Z can rap with them people, man.
And if that's the case, you know what I'm saying, like when they kept on saying nobody can stand on stage before verses, you know what I'm saying, nobody never threw Nas' name up. So if Nas was that cold, you know what I'm saying, if Nas could handle the man, throw him up on the verses. So even Nas fans said they couldn't be on the verses. And like I said, I know verses ain't everything. Verses is only 20 songs. But shit, Nas that great, man, throw him up there, you know what I'm saying? That he can stand on stage with verses and he never disagreed.
So how much weight do you think verses holds when it comes to comparing two artists? I had this conversation. I asked this question, had this conversation with some people the other day. Some people don't seem to think that it really holds much weight when it comes to determining the better artist. What you think?
It don't and it do. It's like I know I can whoop you, but if I see it, you know what I'm saying, it's like everybody knew the Lost was gonna win.
No, don't say that.
Well, okay,
don't say that.
okay.
I had a lot of people that really thought Dipset was gonna win it.
Because they don't listen to rap. Lots are battle rappers.
I think the people who thought that was like a lot of people thought Dipset had the bigger hits. You know what I'm saying? The Ballin' and the, you know what I'm saying, that Old Boy and you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people thought Dipset had the bigger hit. So I before the battle went, I had a lot of people that thought Dipset was gonna win. But go ahead, I mean cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I agree. But anybody that listen to Locks been preparing for war. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas are war. They the warlocks. You know what I'm saying? So them niggas actually go on some gangster shit. They can go against anybody in the rap industry. You know what I'm saying? What? But you know what I'm saying? They can go up against anybody in the rap industry. You know what I'm saying? On some battle shit. So I kind of knew that was a goal. Then if you just look at them, you know what I'm saying? What's name is flashy and flamboyant. You know what I'm saying? That's what them said. They're more flashy than anything. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, they're like showmen. You know what I'm saying? They're and the locks are like that. They got their moments where they can show off, but they don't show out. They you know what I'm saying? They come to do what they gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, so you were saying all that to the people that say that Pac or Jay ain't the lyricist that some of the other ones are. What you think about that?
I see. I know what people mean when they talk about Pac ain't a lyricist. You know, Pac don't really flip words like Big was excellent flipping words. You know what I'm saying?
That's what people looking at. That's what people looking at. I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Pac was a crooner. You know what I'm saying? Pac had soul. Pac was like an old soulful motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it came out. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Nas or Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying? They flip words. They could flip words. You know what I'm saying? I would even say 3000 like that. He could flip words. I don't see Pac as a word flipper. I've seen him do it, but that wasn't his style. Pac was more like a street. He's like just like He's a crooner. I know. I just say on the phone. He just crank out songs. You know, he put his heart on wax.
Yeah.
So that I see him more of that than the lyrics. But like, yeah, he Pac can hang with the best of them.
And you feel the same way about Jay?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Me personally, B. I mean, yeah, B. I think Jay. I think Jay is probably the greatest in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? As far as
The greatest lyricist.
yeah, you know, it's there's better lyricists, but if you put him down, like overall, I think he's the GOAT in my opinion. Lyricists, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you might have a Nas that might be better. He might be better at telling stories and stuff like that, but Jay ain't no slouch
In no category, is he?
in no category. Not
Because from the gangster side, Jay can do that with you. He can party with you. He can you know what I'm saying, like you say, he can spit them words with you. He can yeah, Jay really don't have a weakness in the rap game.
you don't have. He said that I'm the Mike Jordan of rap, and everybody said Mike didn't have a weakness in basketball. He said on the Mike Jordan of recording. He doesn't. He doesn't have a weakness in it all. And and like nobody can fuck with him on the lyrics. Like when he battled everybody, nobody wanted him. You know what I'm saying? Nas was the only person that really came back at him. But like Dipset and all them guys, he ate them up and tore them up, and nobody really, really, you know what I'm saying, came at him.
Now I heard you mention earlier about Jay did business like what Pac did to the Thug. Who do you think was more influential to society?
I think in the long run, Jay would be Jay ain't 100% immortalized yet. You know what I'm saying? I think Jay would be. I think Jay's gonna go down way bigger than rap. I think Jay, as far as business wise, what he do, Jay's gonna go down in history is very big. And depending on how rich he get, you know what I'm saying? If he literally becomes like what he say he gonna be, I think Jay's gonna be a big influence because he's global. He's spanning business global. It's like nobody's seen the likes of what he did for a black man.
So you think Jay can go in rooms Pac couldn't?
Yeah, oh fuck yeah. Because Pac was, you know what I'm saying, if you want to be honest, Pac was a worker. You know what I'm saying? They said he died broke and Suge was fucking him over. You know what I'm saying? Pac didn't have half as far as monetary wise, he didn't have half of what Jay. He didn't have a 1% of what Jay had.
Mm-hmm.
What Pac had spirit, Pac had soul, Pac had love. Pac, that's what Pac had. Pac had love. People love Pac. Love that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas cried when Pac died. Motherfuckers don't
Yeah,
even cry for their own.
like you got so many people that don't like Jay for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a lot of people that, you know, got their issues with Jay or whatever. But like you say, yeah, most people love Pac.
Yeah, they love Pac. And a lot of people don't like Jay, man, because Jay was real cocky. He just, you know what I'm saying? He went up against Nas. I don't know why they don't like him. You know, they've been waiting for the man to fall off, and he told you he wasn't going to fall off. Hey, then his biggest ride is Beyonce. He married another motherfucker that's gonna keep him on top. And so it's like, you know what I'm saying, being the husband of Beyonce, it keeps him on. And you
Hey,
know,
man.
women singers can stay on for life, B.
Yeah.
women singers can stay on for life.
And like that's one thing that you have to applaud LeBron on. Like it was never really controversy in his life. You know what I'm saying? That we can point to and say, you know, Kobe had moments of infidelity. Michael Jordan, same way, Shaq. You know, all them guys did his thing. Magic with the HIV, and you know what I'm saying. There was a lot of things that you could point out, and a lot of them guys lives that you can't.
Jordan
Gamble, but it's a lot of stuff that you can point out in their lives that you can't point out with LeBron.
Yeah.
So I think the same thing. I think Jay-Z was very strategic in the way that he moved, and all the way down to picking a wife. You know, you see some of the guys in the game, man, who picked some garbage, went through breakups, went through, you know what I'm saying, all that type of stuff. It was like Jay didn't have a steady love interest until it was time to find him a wife. You know, stuff like that, man. So I think that stuff is to be applauded.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like I said, I really looked up to him. I went to New York to check him out at the
Museum, right?
yeah this right here, the Book of Hope.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a true they shut down the Brooklyn Library for him. You know, I'm such a Jay-Z fan. I flew up there to check him out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying, pick your brain and tell me, you know, because I had been thinking about that, like when it came to the GOAT of rap, who it was, and again, I'm stumped. I can't pick one of them two. I'm sorry, I just can't. I can't pick between Pac and Jay, but I definitely believe that it comes down to them two, though.
Ask you who you think in the long run gonna get be more looked at favorite.
As
Because
far as what?
just in the history of rap. Just I know both of
Well,
them got their eras, both of them got their
right,
times.
and see, like again, not to keep referencing basketball, but the people that didn't see Michael Jordan live, that got to go back on YouTube and watch him, won't feel the aura of him, or won't feel you know what I'm saying? They can go back and be
Tupac.
like, damn. I'm just saying, first, I'm saying Mike. They can go back and be like, damn, that shit was cold
Mm-hmm.
what he did, but now I'm watching LeBron right now in real time. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
see it, and I think that's the same thing with Pac and Jay. You know,
It's like a momentum. It's like a momentum in the air at that time when they out.
yeah,
You,
you had to be there to see Pac's momentum and what Pac did to the game, man. I saw something the other day. It asks who had the greater, like, who had the best MVP year? Snoop in '93, Pac in '96, DMX in '98, or 50 Cent in '03.
like 50.
I kind of was feeling lean with 52. You know, a lot of people brought up the fact that DMX went platinum twice in that same year and stuff like that, but 50 went diamond, right? I think 50 sold 10 million records that year. Like, and like I say, you had to be there to 50 more 50's, man,
50,
energy was
50
crazy.
ride. That dun. Up in the club hit hard, dude. Everywhere you went, that was man. That's the year y'all came down there for y'all came down to
The
Atlanta
All-Star game in
for
Atlanta.
All Star game.
Everywhere you went, that's all you heard was 50 Cent.
Yeah, yeah, that was humongous at that time, man.
I
Because
remember, not to control. I remember one that we was somewhere. Remember we saw Slim from Cash Money.
we was in Atlantis Mall.
He pulled up bumping that. Like everybody that you saw pull up was bumping "Get Rich or Die Trying." Everybody. That was crazy.
That was the hardest thing in a long time. Had that Dre beat, you know what it was too. Cause Ja Rule before then, Ja Rule was big. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ja Rule had all these hits, you know what I'm saying? So you had a nigga that just came, you know what I'm saying? That came and just bodied the game and took out your biggest star at the same time. That was the fault. That was the fall of Ja Rule. So it's like
Yeah.
he came up and bodied his career and bodied Ja Rule at the same time.
Yeah. I think the fans turned on Ja. On Ja.
They did. They did.
Because people want to laugh at him and say this, that. Well, who was he selling all the records to then?
They did.
Like
They
who
did.
who who was voting for him on 106 and Park, and who was doing
Lot,
all that? Who was
lot
doing
of
all that
women.
then? Huh?
Lot of women because he took the LL Cool J route, man.
Yeah, but even the women turned on him.
Yeah, everybody turned on because 50 was 50. He was came in that motherfucker buff. He was swole up. You know what I'm saying? He had a better body than Ja Rule.
Yeah.
50 came to this motherfucker like a world. Jay said that shit too. Like, man, y'all better get in the studio. Y'all making y'all shit because 50 coming.
Hey, but see, and that's one thing you got to respect Jay with, right? Before we close up out of here. He said, he made that statement. He told motherfucker, man, y'all better watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all better eat or whatever real quick because Buddy finna come in and change the game, right? But then you heard him say that on that, what was that tour he was on with DMX now? With
The
Method
Rough Rider,
Man.
the Hard Knock Life tour. The Hard Knock
That
Life
was,
tour. Yeah, Hard Knock Life tour.
and he say, he say he was the headliner. Jay was.
Mm-hmm.
And he say it was hell going behind X.
Had a lot of energy.
Yeah. He say it was hell going behind X, man. He said you would just hit doom doom. And he say X be in the hallway growling and shit, man. Say the crowd go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Halfway through the show, he say halfway through the show, X get to taking his shirt off and shit like that. The ladies going crazy. And then at the end of the show, he said a prayer. They got everybody crying and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he said, man, it was hard going behind X. So, you know what I'm saying? I can't applaud Jay for being honest about them two moments. You know, realize that 50 was finna come in and do what he did and being honest about how hard it was to go behind X.
Man, X was a force within himself too, man. X is another one, you know what I'm saying? That's like, man, think about it, he's dead now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's crazy.
He's another one that was special. You know what I'm saying? Came through and did his thing. He just couldn't lead the stuff along.
Yeah.
And you see the man crash right in front of your face.
That broke my heart too, as like, damn, X was damn near like somebody we grew up with. You know what I'm saying? I know he's a little older than us, but you know that was in our years of growing up. You know, our late teens and stuff like that when we, you know, when X came along, and so that was like part of the soundtrack of our lives.
Soundtrack of our lives.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it kind of hurt my feelings when X checked up out of here, man. Yeah. So hey, so I you know what I'm saying, to you people out there, man, I want y'all to tell us, you know, who your GOAT is. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm sorry. It's between these two. I'm sorry. You're not giving, and there's no
It
knock.
is.
Like, you're not giving me Big, and I love Big. My favorite rapper ever is Scarface, but you can't give me Face. Um, Nas is not the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like, Drake is not the GOAT. Wayne is not the GOAT. Nothing like that. I'm sorry. It comes down to Tupac and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
It just
And people
does.
got people got to be honest with that shit. 'Cause a lot of times people come up with all kind of bullshit and say, "Man, well, this was this," but you have to look at the whole career, the whole. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just one. It ain't just, oh man, this or this or this. It's the whole thing from the beginning to where they at now.
Yeah.
But
So
podcast
if you coming on telling me anybody else, you better have a strong ass argument. I really ain't trying to hear, but I'm gonna give you a chance to uh, throw somebody else's name in the hat. But it's gonna
So
come
what you say
down.
to Nas? So what you gonna say to Nas? Because you know the next thing that's gonna happen is Nas. You know
Ain't
that
nobody
that.
gonna sit up. Ain't nobody gonna sit up but your brother.
Yeah.
And you know I'm gonna choose him. You know, me and your brother go back and forth on, you know, and I like Nas, so I'm not dissing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with Nas long way. Nas cold blooded. You know what I'm saying? He cold blooded. But I just think it comes down to Jay and Pop when we're dealing with the GOAT of hip hop. So another episode of Bringing the Business, man. You know where to find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, obviously YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend about it. And like I say, I know this is a hot topic. Please comment on it. and let us know what you think. Who's your hip hop GOAT and why? All right, B Money, man. Appreciate you coming in, man. Hey, I want you back because we gonna talk about some real life other shit. We always have a trill conversation when we talk, so we'll get back to that as well. So another episode of
Appreciate you.
Bringing the Business, man.
Appreciate you finally making it to bring the business, boss. Talk to you in a minute, man.
Bet.
Yeah.